Question. Real estate in California. What the f***? Seriously, can someone help? What's an escrow? What's an ARM? What is an REO? What is pre-approval? Can I get pre-approval? Why is inventory so low? Why are interest rates so high? Oh, interest rates not so high? How low is low? How not so high is right.
Before you go down the road of questions, get expert help at championsofhome.com. California Association of Realtors. Who's your realtor? Are high-interest credit cards or personal loans weighing you down? Unlock gives homeowners a smarter option. With a home equity agreement, you can tap into your home's equity for cash today, and there are no monthly payments. Here's how it works. Unlock provides funds upfront and in exchange shares in a portion of your home's future value. That means you keep control with the flexibility to use your equity your way. Pay off bills, invest in home improvements, or set aside savings for peace of mind. For thousands of homeowners, Unlock has been the key to moving forward without the pressure of another payment. Put your equity to work for you. Visit unlock.com to learn more about a home equity agreement. That's unlock.com to learn more.
Terms and conditions apply. Not all homeowners will qualify. Not available in all states. Actor Portrayal. Home equity agreements are offered by Unlock Home Equity Solutions, Inc. In certain states, NMLS number 2657081. Visit www.consumeraccess.org for more info.
The language of liquor. The current economic crisis has forced me to find new work, and I've landed a gig on the dark side. I have been relearning the language of liquor to sell it as product in a superstore. My body is aching and sore after many hours of schlepping slabs, blocks and pallets. Moving stock in and out to feed the drinking habits of Aussies is a full-time job for many in the lucky country. Dressed in high-vis once more, I have rejoined the working class to earn a quid down under. Some of us toil to provide the alcoholic beverages that lots more of us find essential to lubricate our daily lives. Do you speak my language, Mr. Bottle Shop Attendant? It's a funny thing, but many customers expect their liquor store lackey to know their regular tipple. Names of products are shortened and given nicknames which must be learned quick smart if you were to keep the punters happy. Super Crisp might be Crispies or Marlin or Blackfish. VB, New, Crownies, Gold, Mids and Paleys are well-known abbreviations. The language of liquor assigns certain terminations like a block referring to 30 cans in cardboard packaging, whereas a carton or slab is more properly named the box containing stubbies or 375ml bottles to be precise. It is important not to confuse your blocks and slabs when talking packaged beer. The intimate nature of liquor talk. I suppose the language of liquor is an intimacy, really. I mean, the lady or bloke serving you in the drive-through is facilitating your recreational drug habit. Boozing is a legalised high, after all. Although, since my return to the ranks of the liquor store attendants, things have changed in this regard. I had to study for a thing called an RSA certificate. This stands for the Responsible Service of Alcohol. Whilst not quite in the same league as studying to be a doctor, the RSA took a good 8 or so hours of online module crunching to pass the required standard. I even had to film myself in role plays dealing with underage and intoxicated potential customers. You see, it is now illegal to serve or sell liquor to inebriated folk. And yes, it has always been an offence to sell grog to minors under 18 years of age. My starring role in these movie shorts were akin to Mirror, Mirror on the Wall, who is the cringiest actor of all. You are, buddy, that's for sure. Branding is big in the booze business. The Grog Shop Superstore is an Aladdin's cave of sparkling colour, of packaged product. Liquor is largely nondescript fluid encased in glass, metal or plastic, which is tricked up in printed packaging. It is in this packaging that these products gain their distinctive identities, which are so beloved by some customers. Branding is big in the booze business. American bourbon brands lead the way here. The Jack and Jim stories dominate. Choice has exponentially exploded like breeding rabbits or mice, however, with a multitude of franchise extensions like zero sugar versions and double serves increasing the volume of alcohol. These are the RTDs, the ready-to-drink cans and bottles packaged in 4s, 6s and 10-packs. Stocking the shelves and display fridges with these alcoholic lemonades, mixed spirits and fizz, and a conga line of like products is a never-ending task. I reckon that bottle shops are the adult equivalent of lolly counters for littlies. I recognise the signs. Mama just killed a man. Let me tell you about what I have seen when I have poked my head through the vehicles, inside the vehicles carrying customers through my drive-through. Withered bodies still bearing the tired tattoos inked upon torsos and limbs long, long ago. The ravages of alcohol after decades of excessive consumption are not pretty sights. I mean, getting old ain't much of a view to begin with, and who am I to judge these self-medicating folk anyways? Bugger off with your boring sermons, I hear you say. There is no one more touchy than a problem drinker. I know, because I was one for a considerable stretch myself. I loved the feeling of the intoxicated high, not so much the morning after. The addictive nature of alcohol can be seen in the faces and behaviours of many of my customers. I recognise the signs. I know them intimately. Drinking is big business in Oz. 3 years ago, we were spending some $26 billion annually on liquor in Australia. I confidently predict that figure has only increased in the meantime. It was a shock to my system seeing the price of these packaged products and what some individuals were regularly forking out for their tipple weekly. Hundreds of dollars spent on recreational drinking, and it all just gets pissed away in the end, or out of it at any rate. Such are the vagaries of life, I suppose. In my own younger days, I blew hundreds of thousands of dollars pouring expensive liquor down my throat. It was a celebration of feeling alive in many ways, that indestructibility of youth sensation. Intoxication is all about sensation. We as human beings are primarily pleasure seekers via the sensory hardwiring we have inside of ourselves. Our emotions are linked to these sensory faculties, and our intellects trail far behind at these times of heightened sensation. Drinking wine stands the test of time. To validate the whole drinking alcohol thing, I discovered when studying ancient history at uni that wine drinking in the ancient civilizations of Greece and Rome was of paramount importance. Craters and other wine-carrying vessels have been found by archaeologists in wide abundance at dig sites around the ancient world. Symposia were wine-drinking get-togethers for the nobs in ancient Greek times. Burial paraphernalia and rituals emphasize images of citizens and freedmen and women being served wine on their tombstones and funerary urns. Having the funds and leisure to drink wine signified that you had made it in life. The crushed grape and its fermented juice was a major Mediterranean import and export product throughout the ancient world. Wine drinking and its effects have been with us for a very long time. The poetry of wine. This, perhaps, brings us to the poetry of wine, the mysteries of terroir, which tells of the fruit characteristics of particular soils. Others might say, wine is a wank. Whatever your opinion on the matter, there is no denying that a lot is made of wine varietals and styles. Evocative names are bestowed upon bottles of wine, like Secret Valley and Pigs Might Fly. I must say that I used to love all the guff about wine. I would read up on and try different wine types. It became a bit of a hobby, and as I cooked professionally too, it was a useful extra string to my bow in the hospitality field. Wine sharing via gift giving is another two-way street which can inspire pleasure. In the bottle shop, it can be a joy to offer customers information and personal experience about wines for them to try. The ritual of sharing and trying alcoholic drinks is a very human endeavour, a cultural activity for sure. Drive-through convenience. The majority of drinkers manage to keep their consumption within reasonable social and health parameters. It is the others that we see most often at the liquor store, however. Too much of a good thing can tip the scales into a downward spiral into destructiveness and degeneration. We at the bottle shop get to see the grumpy ones, whose purchasing of their booze does not seem to make them happy. Perhaps they crack a smile when the alcohol takes effect at home later on. We get young ones, oldies, thick and thin, who grace our store with their presence. Convenience is everything in the current era. So many never leave their car when utilising the drive-through. They pass us their phones for scanning to pay for the grog, and we ferry cases and bottles through wound-down windows to have them on their way. It's like a pit stop at the Grand Prix at times. The expectation from regulars is that you know what they want without them having to say. Convenience is king these days. Porters fetch and carry. AI is doing the ordering at the superstore as we speak. I wonder how much longer until the robots take over. In the meantime, we are porters at a busy station where instead of trains or planes taking off, it is appetites for recreational highs. We fetch and carry product for our customers during their pit stops for refueling. We check that they are sober enough and old enough to process the necessary transactions before fulfilling their orders. We cheerfully greet them and give them a smile. We might ask them open-ended questions to facilitate assisting them in their purchases. Some folk are happy to see us and others are pissed off about something or other. There are people seeking information and inspiration. Then there are those turned off to anything but the bare essentials. You get a mixed bag attending the liquor store. The language of liquor is a special dialect, replete with jargon and key words. Some customers will only give you a single word to indicate their order and look at you as if you're an idiot if you ask for more. I keep telling them I'm a newbie and require special assistance on this basis. Porter is also a style of beer, by the way. The unlucky dip for ciggies in store. Tobacco and cigarettes have become a black hole in the liquor store business, an expensive lucky dip for the attendant to complete on behalf of customers. Masked packaging renders them hidden from all, and they have strange names with little link to the past. Strict legislation governs the sale of these products and their associated gear. You get to have these offbeat encounters with smokers as you attempt to meet their requirements and the law in the unlucky dip process. Giving up smoking is the general idea, I think, and economically, at these prices, it is the soundest choice, in my view. As an ex-smoker, a recent crackdown on black market tobacco operators in my area has forced the issue of late, I hear. Killing you softly with its fumes costs an arm and a leg these days. A matter of choice. I would guess that there are upwards of several thousand different product lines in the superstore I work in. These are refilled in bulk volumes every week in many cases. Forklifts unload the pallets off the trucks. Pallet jacks, hand trucks and trolleys are the tools we use to move towers of blocks and cartons around the store. It is an endless dance from warm to cold and out to the customer's car boot. Chilled display cabinet shelves must be restocked constantly. Wine displays and shelves likewise demand refilling with bottles casks and cartons. Groaning bodies and tired limbs do their best to keep up the required pace to feed the appetites and addictions of Australian drinkers. I want to say something which might be considered heretical here. Is there too much choice? Could it be that the consumer choice thing has maybe gone way too far? Most of these choices are inconsequential and hard to even decipher by taste. Hell, but what do I know? It may be life or death for some out there. Who knows? Liquor store attendants never stop as they multitask from serving punters to schlepping stock from one area to another. We feed off the happy clients and put up with the negative ones, unless they cross that line which will see them removed from the premises. There is a fulcrum, it seems, which governs the drinking paradigm. Too much of any aspect of it and you can find yourself in the doghouse. Stay on the right side of that border and you can party. So, as you listen to these reflections from a liquor store attendant, perhaps have a think about the poor sod filling your order next time you visit. We're not looking for sympathy, rather a little appreciation and understanding of our role in serving you and thousands like you. Boozing is about having fun for many, relaxing for others, and unhealthy self-medicating for some. The language of liquor has subtexts and nuances for a wide variety of punters. Here is cheers to you, my friend. You've been listening to Robert Sudha Hamilton. My writing's available at midasword.com.au, midasword.com.au. Thanks for listening, folks. Cheers. Bye.